Beautiful evening to govern. We still don't have Tracy?
No, but we are live now.
Okay, wonderful. Welcome everyone to the Corporation of the Township of Bonnechere Valley regular council meeting. It is Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026, and it is 5:30 p.m. We're meeting in council and by Zoom. I'm calling this meeting to order. Are there any additions to the agenda? Seeing none, I have a resolution dated this third day of February.
Sorry, just to ask, was there something that we added or did it already get added in terms of a resolution? From
No, it was,
council?
we just changed the draft.
But there was another one that we did for, not for this, just checking before we,
Oh, from the correspondence.
Yeah.
They're for the next
for
meeting.
the next meeting. Okay, thanks.
No worries. I have a resolution dated this third day of February 2026 that the agenda be accepted as presented. May I have a mover and seconder? Moved by Meredith, second by John. I need Murph's camera on. All in favor?
Oh, there's Tracy.
Oh, awesome.
Merv, if your camera's working, it would be good. We can see your hand that way in voting. Start his video.
Oh, there he is. Awesome. Welcome, Merv. Welcome, Tracy. Is there any pecuniary interest or the general nature thereof? I see none. Awesome. As we gather this afternoon, we acknowledge that we are meeting on the traditional territory of the Algonquin people. We thank the Algonquin people and express our respect and support for their rich history, and we are extremely grateful for their many and continued displays of friendship. We also thank all the generations of people who have taken care of this land for thousands of years. At this time, I have a resolution dated this third day of February 2026 that the minutes of the regular council meeting held on January 13th, 2026 as presented or amended be hereby adopted. Can I get a mover and seconder to get it on the floor, please? Moved by Tracy, seconded by Merv. Were there any errors or omissions? I see none. All in favor? And that carries. You got my stamp? Great, which is awesome. All right, well, welcome at this time. I am so pleased to welcome Chantal LaFrance-Purdy and her son Alex and Eric Segman, the next generation. Who wants to speak first? Or okay.
So thank you very much, Mayor Murphy and members of council for having us this evening. So I'm Chantal LaFrance-Purdy. I'm the registrar for Eganville Minor Hockey. I'm also one of the organizing members and founders of Lisa Sharp Memorial Tournament. And I brought along with me two hockey players who are on our U18 Eganville Eagles team. And they're also participants in the tournament and have been since the beginning. And they're also always every year doing all kinds of jobs to help their moms and dads who are all on the committee with me to prepare for the tournament, to organize, to welcome the participants and all of that. So I've brought them here to speak a little bit about the tournament and what we use the proceeds for. And then we have a request to make of council.
Well, welcome. It's so lovely to have you all here. All right, gentlemen. That would be my truck.
Oh, okay. On cue. It's the button. It's like when the phone rings.
That's right.
So how long have you two gentlemen been playing hockey?
For me, my entire life since I was 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Was it 3 you started skating as well? 3? Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that
No, that's
interruption.
okay.
So
Yeah, they've been playing for a long time, and Eric now he works at the arena.
Yeah.
And Alex is also an official refereeing at different arenas, so they're very involved in hockey.
Love it.
So we're hosting our annual Lisa Sharp Memorial 4-on-4 event on Sunday, March 22nd of 2026. Since 2023, this event has raised over $19,000 for local mental health and youth initiatives. Over the past 3 years, we have donated these proceeds to the Phoenix Center, the Robbie Dean Center, the Ketchestar Daycare, and the Shawwoods Outdoor Education Center.
Well, this year, all proceeds will fund or
Bursaries.
bursaries, thank you,
Yeah.
for local high school students, pursuing careers in mental health, early child education or sports. We are asking the township of Bonnechere Valley, to consider donating a portion of the ice time cost for the event. Every dollar served on ice rentals goes directly into the hands of local families.
Well, I
These
didn't
guys
know
did a
that
great
that was. That's amazing.
So it's a committee. I can't take credit for it myself, but there's a lot of people who go into doing it and. We've always consulted with the Sharp family and the Gagnon family to see where they would like the proceeds to go. And in the first few years, they did give us guidance around that, and now this is the 4th year. So last year and this year, they've said that they trust the committee. While I guess benefactor or benefactors, and we always bring that back to the family for them to validate and approve. So as the boys have said, this year we are gonna create bursaries for high school students who are wanting to study in the fields that
Incredible.
I think will make a difference in the community and that Lisa, you know, took to heart. So it's gonna be open to students all over Renfrew County. We're gonna promote it. I'm gonna reach out to all of the high schools, English and French in the county, and let their guidance counselors know about the opportunity to get a bursary. And we're gonna have it on our Facebook, and so depending on how many people apply, we might be able to give everyone a bursary. If there are a whole lot of people who apply, well, we will have criteria and we will select and then, you know, we'll distribute the money that way, but we're hoping to raise, we've raised every year between 5,800 and 7,400, as the boys have said, so we're hoping to raise somewhere in that or more would be great. So we've done the calculations and it would be possible for us to give a bursary to every school. There are 11 or 12, I can't remember offhand now that we counted. We could give, if we raised, I went with an average, I think of 5,000, 5 or 6,000 when I calculated, and we could possibly give 400 to 500 per school for a student. But if we have less applicants, obviously that number goes up. So we would like to request, to make the request of council this evening, to consider donating part of the ice rental fees. So that we have already budgeted for that expense. However, if any of this expense can be donated to us, then that's more money that we can raise for the cause. So that's the request that we would like to make of council this evening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
I very rarely tear up. There's no crying in government, but that I think that Terry and Donna must be so thrilled with this idea.
Yeah, and so these boys grew up playing hockey with Leo Gagnon. Like Leo has
Yeah.
aged out of hockey now, but he still does participate actively in this tournament.
Mhm.
And so Lisa was a hockey mom with me.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, it could make me tear up too, because this is something that impacted us very deeply and personally. And so we wanted to create something positive from this. And yeah, so you mentioned that and I'm like, oh, I don't want to tear up, but we wanted to create something positive to carry on the legacy and have, you know, organizations in our community benefit from the funds. Everything is donated, like our referees donate their time, our coaches donate their time. So we have limited expenses, which is great, and which we're trying to keep, you know, as a reality, so that all of the money can be donated to the causes. So that's, I know that council has supported this in the past. I know that some of you have maybe attended in the past. I know that Mayor Murphy has participated in
Drop
a
the
ceremonial puck drop, and we hope that you are, you know, able to do that again
I
this
am.
year. We certainly would invite anyone here, members of council, to attend or to participate in any way. And we would be happy to give you an update if you would like after the event to let you know how things went. So we appreciate your time and your consideration. I know in previous years we've sent a letter to make the request, but this year we thought, you know, let's maybe do a step more and have them see who we are and hear us talk about the event. And I just think it's maybe more meaningful. So that's the
It
request that we
is,
make.
and it's funny because
Yeah.
in speaking with Annette, I said, oh, they don't need to come.
Yeah.
We're going to approve it. We do it every
Right.
year and it's so important. And a lot of us have personal connections to
Yeah.
the family and so.
Yeah.
But no, but then when we got our packages and we saw that you were gonna be delegates, I thought it was so special that you would come and tell us why this is so important. And I am so pro education. And so to get our youth that are going into university, going into college in one of these faculties, I think it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Did anybody from council have any questions?
So I just want to say, I've spent many years in the healthcare field and what you're doing, both sides, promoting mental health, supporting people in need and being healthy are both part of the same picture. By being healthy, you help mental health get better.
100%. He's a real doctor. He doesn't just play on TV.
Yeah, I know that, and thank you for that. I'm an educator as well. I'm a vice principal, and so, you know, I see this also as an opportunity for council to see that we have youth in the community who are engaged and involved in doing things. And yes,
Yeah.
mom and, you know, friend brought them here, but I invited them. They could have said no. They both said yes willingly. And I think it's important to see that it's not just adults organizing this, like we are involving the youth as well, and they're promoting it in such a positive way. And last year I think we had a participant from Toronto area, North Bay, a couple from North Bay, and then most are from Renfrew County, but some people just see it on Facebook and they say, hey, this is a great event. It's only $50 for the player to register. You'll never get a full day tournament for anywhere near that price. If any of you know about hockey, they're close to $1,000 to participate in a tournament a lot of times. So $50 is a great deal. And like these boys are at the door and welcoming and hey, what's your name? Welcome to Eganville. Like come in the change room with me. Like I'll introduce you to my friends. And so I think for myself as an educator, I like when we can show that young people are doing great things, right, in the community. 'Cause
Absolutely.
That's the next generation. So
I love it.
yeah.
So can I get a mover and seconder, please?
Oh my.
Meredith's gonna move and John, anything further from council? All in favor? Oh, I'm sorry.
Just, you asked for a portion of it.
Yeah, we haven't done our budget, so I was gonna, but we don't know yet.
Okay,
But yes. I didn't
I
want to
think-
promise.
no,
No,
but I
that's
would
fine.
just say like, I would like to see us give as much as possible.
100%. Yes, thanks for adding that, Meredith.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say, no, we're gonna give you all the ice time. We haven't done our budget. We don't know where we're gonna be. We haven't really sussed out what we did last year, and so, but we will have a discussion. Just know that at least a portion of it,
Yeah,
we will cover.
that's great. And I didn't put an amount necessarily because I know that ice fees go up. Your expenses in every category go up and you know, you budget for certain things. So we are very happy to accept a portion or any amount that you would be willing to contribute to that because it's more that can go into the pockets of our local youth who are going to be pursuing studies. So.
Absolutely. So, yeah, we will figure it out. Yeah. Okay, all in favor? And that is unanimous. Thank you, council. Thank you, delegates.
Good job. Good job.
Thanks.
You
so
did.
much.
Thank you.
And thanks for keeping Lisa's memory alive. She was very special in our community and raising so many of the kids here. And
Actually, I went to catch us.
so did my kids. And I have to say, if I may, a special story about her, just quickly. You know, we're Jewish and she really made us feel super welcome when there was some rules that if you left, you couldn't, you know, you had to pay for days that you didn't go to, but she said, well, if it's your Jewish holidays, like, don't worry about it. And I felt like that was, you know, above and beyond and really welcoming. She was a very special soul.
Yeah, for sure. And probably a lot of that was even maybe ahead of its time. Like
Exactly.
Now we very much wear, you know, the lens of inclusivity and diversity.
Yeah,
But I'm not sure how old your children are, but
those was 16, 15, 14 years ago.
right. So at a
Yeah.
time when that wasn't necessarily, you know, something that people thought about and she thought about that is lovely.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
Thank you very much. Would it be okay if we shook your hands?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was
We
gonna
shake
say-
your hands.
I was gonna
Thank you
say.
so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Nice to see you again.
Here's a virtual.
stay for 5 more minutes?
Yeah, sure.
And
Yeah.
we'll get a photo?
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mayor Murphy, for having us.
Welcome.
Nice to see you again.
Sit back down.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
I can't think of anybody else. but you. Thank you so much for having us and for coordinating.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
yeah, I'd like to get a photo. We'll just stand in front of the TV. All right, so I have a resolution dated this third day of February 2026, whereas direction has been given to staff. Now be it resolved that the correspondence be filed. May I have a mover and seconder? Moved by Tracy, seconded by John. Anything further on correspondence? All in favor? Are you writing this down?
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anything on the check register or the board report? I see none. So I have a resolution dated this third day of February 2026, whereas on April 17th, 2025, the government of Ontario brought forth Bill 5, Protect Ontario by Unleashing Our Economy, a broad omnibus legislation that introduces sweeping changes to multiple environmental and planning statutes, including the Environmental Assessment Act, Endangered Species Act, Ontario Heritage Act, and others. And whereas Bill 5 received royal assent on June 5th, 2025, and whereas the Protect Ontario by Unleashing Our Economy Act 2025 enables the creation of special economic zones which allow the provincial cabinet to exempt projects from compliance with municipal bylaws, environmental protections, and Indigenous consultation obligations. And whereas Council supports the objective of Bill 5 to foster economic projects, development and growth of communities through the streamlining of current processes and cutting of red tape, provided that important objectives such as local autonomy, health, safety, environmental protection, community well-being, and Indigenous rights and relationships are upheld. Now, therefore, be it resolved, Council endorses the stated goals of economic growth and development in the Protect Ontario by Unleashing Our Economy Act 2025, but expresses serious concerns with the act as it interferes with local planning, limits public consultation, is inconsistent with the principles of free, prior, and informed consent in consultation processes with Indigenous communities, and weakens protections to heritage and species, and formally opposes the Protect Ontario by Unleashing Our Economy Act 2025 in its current form. And the Council endorses the position of the Association of Municipalities of Ontario in requesting that municipalities be included in the development of any regulatory frameworks related to special economic zones, and the Council directs staff to submit this resolution to the Honourable Doug Ford, Premier of Ontario, the Honourable Rob Flack, Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, the Honourable Todd McCarthy, Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks, and MP Billy Deneau, the Associations of Municipalities of Ontario, and the Rural Ontario Municipal Association. May I have a mover and seconder, please? Moved by John, seconded by Merv. All in favor? And that passes. I have a resolution dated this third day of February 2025, whereas the equipment described below is no longer necessary, useful, or suitable for municipal purposes. Be it resolved that the following is hereby declared surplus: the 1993 pumper truck. The good old girl. Moved by Meredith, seconded by Tracy. All in favor? We're gonna miss you, old girl.
I have a comment.
What's that?
Eric, you want a nice truck.
It's a fire truck, but yeah.
What has just become.
Anyone needs a fire truck?
I have but it's a real one, not a, yeah. I have a resolution dated this third day of February 2026, that bylaw 2026-007 being a bylaw to authorize a road licensing agreement. Bylaw 2026-008 being a bylaw to declare support for the Sunshine Coach Service. Bylaw 2026-009 being a bylaw to authorize the agreement for the pothole repair program. Bylaw 2026-010 being a bylaw to authorize the fire protection grant agreement. 2026-011 being a bylaw to authorize an agreement with Miller's Waste for the collection of non-eligibles. Bylaw 2026-012 being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of council, be read a first time, be deemed read a second time, be deemed read a third time, and passed. May I have a mover and seconder, please? Meredith and Merv, all in favor? And finally, I have a resolution dated this third day of February 2026 that the council meeting be adjourned at 5:49 p.m. May I have a mover and seconder, please? Tracy and John, all in favor? Carried. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Sounds